Okay, so as for the ports, we had amazing ports. Like Jamaica was amazing. We met our brother Michael. He picked us up. He took us around. He took us to the Blue Hole. We had a lot of fun. Our kids got to experience the true culture of food made in Jamaica. If you see the video at Blue Hole, there's a picture. Michael had gotten some breakfast, and their breakfast in Jamaica is like our dinner in America. Like he had a little styrofoam bowl of food. And Zion and Zoe done jacked his food. He was like, y'all want some? Y'all want to taste it? And they tasted it and they were in love. They kept eating it. They wanted more. And yeah, we could have bought them something, but we were planning on getting something to eat after that, so I didn't want them to get too full. They really wanted to taste Jamaican beef patty, which they eat them all the time, but they wanted to taste them over there. So we ended up getting that. We did get some souvenirs. So Jamaica Port was, I don't know if it was, yeah, it was my favorite. It was my favorite. Now, as far as the beach, we did go to the beach in Jamaica, but it was at Margaritaville. It was close to the time for us to head back to the ship. So we went there, just stuck our feet in the water, and then we had to leave. The next port was Cayman Islands. Let me tell you something. Cayman Islands water, magnificent. It was calm. It was no big old waves. We were out there snorkeling. Snorkeling gear. I'll put the link in the description of where you can find the same snorkeling gear that we have, which I think is really good for kids because it covers the whole face. It's not just the ones that you put in your mouth or, just cover, like you can breathe in it. So I think that's really good for kids to have, and also me because I'm not a good swimmer. But anyway, we were snorkeling. We just enjoyed that port as a beach day. We didn't get too many souvenirs there because, of course, Josh took it upon himself to want to walk down the beach to get back to the ship. And the ship was right, from where we could see it, the ship was right there. But it was not right there. It took us forever. And we finally found a taxi to get us back. And by the time we got back, the line was so long, like, we could have taken another 30 minutes and still made it. Because ship time is not the same as island time. This is a good tip for first-time cruisers. So your ship time, usually, I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. Your ship time is the time that your embarkation port is. So if you're leaving from New Orleans, you are in Central Time. If you're leaving from Miami, you are in Eastern Time. So you gotta make sure your phone matches that time. When you get to a port, if you go to Jamaica is a different time. You can't be asking the locals what time it is because that is not your ship time. So if they're telling you one thing and you're going off of what they say, you're gonna miss that ship. You will be a pier runner for sure. So make sure your phone matches ship time, no matter what. And be back, I'd say, at least an hour before the ship leaves because it's not a hassle getting back. Some ports were easy. You just walk back, get on the ship. But Cayman Island was a tender boat port, so we had to get back super early before the last tender boat. Cozumel. Cozumel was amazing. Okay, so y'all see the little dune buggy we rented? We paid $60. I want to say it was either 60 or 80. I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen down here somewhere in the description. It was either $60 or $80 for the whole day. Mind you, we got off the ship a little late. I think we got off the ship at like 10 something, which is kind of late. So by the time we walked around the port, got outside of the port onto where the locals are. I know you can rent a scooter scooter. You can rent a scooter for $30. And I feel like the dune buggy was like $60. You have to leave something with them, such as your cruise card or your driver's license. Like if somebody goes, like if me and Josh, I could leave mine. I guess just to know that we're gonna bring it back, or it's like collateral or something. They do offer insurance when you do rent the dune buggy while you're there, so you just pay it all at once. So I think our total came up to maybe our total was like $80 or $100, including the insurance. Yes, we had travel insurance. Like, we ain't going nowhere without no travel insurance. If you need a quote, let me know. I'll put that in the description too. But anyway, always have travel insurance, especially if you're going to be riding something or doing something adventurous. You just never know. You really just never know. I think it's the best thing to have. But anyway, so Cozumel, we did pay to go to Mr. Sancho's. We did our deposit. So I think it's like a $5 deposit to go to Mr. Sancho's. And once you get there, you pay the rest of the bill in full, and then they let you in. But we got there so late. It was gonna be like $200. I think the total was $220. We paid the $20 deposit, and when we got there, it was gonna be like $200. But when we got there, it was like no point, because we would have had maybe 2 hours to spend there. So I didn't think that $200 was gonna be sufficient for 2 hours. So we knew we would be coming back. So we just said, you know what, we'll just wait. The good thing about Mr. Sancho's is if you want to move your reservation deposit to another day, you just email them. If you need a refund, you just email them. And it's like that. No questions asked. You tell them what your reservation number is, or you just reply to the email that they sent you to confirm your booking and let them know that you're not going to make it, or you need to change it to another maybe cruise that you have going to Cozumel, and they'll switch your dates if it's available. So that's what we did. We already knew we had another cruise coming up, so I ended up calling them, letting them know we didn't make it, and they moved our deposit to our next cruise. But Cozumel was really fun. We drove around. We really got to see the real Cozumel. We went and ate at a local spot. We were literally driving down the street, and you know we're tourists. Me and Josh love salsa music. We love merengue, we love bachata, we love it all. So we're in Cozumel, so we gotta get the vibe. So we're playing the music, we're riding, feeling my hair's blowing in the wind, feeling ourselves. So this guy is walking, and he's like, "What are you looking for?" My husband's like, "We're looking for a restaurant, local restaurant." And he starts running down the street, telling us to follow him. So we follow him, we get to the restaurant, and we're glad the guy told us where to go, because that restaurant was really, really good. The drinks were good, everything was delicious. I mean, everything was delicious. If Zion eats something and Zoe eats something, it tells you it's good, because both of them have different palates of what they like. And it's so different between the two. So when something's good, you know it's good.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's how I be telling when I cook stuff. I know it's good. My kids, they be eating everything. But anyway, that's for another video. So moving along. Okay, so I guess a lot of people want to know if we got the drink package. We did not, but I don't really think we really needed it. I do and I don't, because if you see our next video that's going to be coming out next week, we had the drink package. So I think it depends on you. I think it depends on your vibe, what you're trying to do. This is our first cruise. Of course, my anxiety is high because my babies are with me, but I want them to see the world, so I want to make sure they're good. And the first day we got on the cruise, I was like, oh, I'm good. It's not what you expect it to be. You want to have fun. You see other people having fun from watching it on YouTube, but as a mom or as a parent, you get that anxiety, oh, my babies, what if something happens? No. Now we cruise, I'm like, bye guys. See you later. With a drink in my hand. Bye, have fun. Okay, so yeah, my overall thought of Carnival Horizon, it is the perfect ship for a first-time cruiser or a cruiser that has been cruising for 25 years. I definitely want to get back on Carnival Horizon. I know Cookie's not there anymore, but we had a good time. Like, we really had fun. And with the layout of the ship, it's not really hard to find things. It's the layout is perfect, especially for a first-time cruiser. We hardly got lost. There were certain areas that we didn't see until like the night or the second night before we were disembarking. There was this nice little area. I don't know what deck it's on. I think it's on 6 or 8. It was really nice and quiet. This is a place that you can go to relax, or if you got to do some work, you can just post up out there and do some work. It was really like a romantic setting, but it doesn't really have to be romantic. You can go down there and have a drink and talk. You can go down there and, like I said, do work. It was really nice. The Havana Bar is probably my favorite spot. The club was lit too, but we like salsa music. We love live band, live music, salsa. We love it all, Caribbean, but we stayed in there. We stayed in there. It was really a vibe. So I'm gonna give you some tips for first time cruises, especially since this was our first cruise. I want to give you 5 tips, and these are coming off the top of my head. Like, if somebody asks me what you wish you would have known, or what you did know and you didn't do, I'm gonna let you know, okay? Listen to me, please. Never leave the day of your cruise. Never fly in the day of your cruise. Never drive in the day of your cruise. It's a big no. Don't do it. I'm telling you, you spent all of that money, and if that cruise ship leaves without you, it's over. You don't get that money back. You might have good insurance. You might get 50% or something like that. Depends on what insurance you have. But you ain't gonna see that money. And then you not missed out on your cruise. Vacation ruined. And you probably will never book another one because that happened, but it's whose fault? Your fault. We were almost those people. So never leave the day of your cruise. Tip 2. So, if you're gonna get faster to the fun, make sure you utilize it, because that was extra money that we spent and we did not utilize it. So I guess tip 2 can branch off of tip 1, because if you leave the day prior, spend that extra money for a hotel room to ensure that you get to the cruise port on time, and then if you buy a faster to the fun, you can utilize it because you spent the money on it. Tip number 3. Always check to see where your room is located. We did that, and I'm glad we did, because we were in a good spot. If you just let someone choose your room, or if you get the rate code that lets Carnival choose your room, it won't make or break your cruise depending on the person. But if you go to Carnival.com, they have ship maps. You can put in the room that you're looking at, and you can see where it is before you even choose it. So I would definitely look at it. If it's not a big deal to you, then fine. It is what it is. But if it's big for you to be in an area where you don't have people on the Lido deck above you, or if you have a balcony, you don't have a balcony where other people can see you while you're out on your balcony enjoying yourself, trying to get some privacy, then definitely go to Carnival.com, pull up your ship that you're going to be selling on, and put your room number in the room finder, and it'll show you on the map where your room will be located. Tip number 4. Always bring cash.
21.
Make sure you break those big bills if you got them. We like to tip. Leave your room stewardess a tip, because they work so hard. Put that aside before you even start spending your money, so you won't get to the end of the cruise and be like, oh, I can't tip because I don't have enough money to tip, or I've spent all my money. God forbid you did, but that's a good thing to do. Like, get the envelope. You can go to guest services. They'll give you little envelopes, and you can put the money in there. You can write a little message to your room stewardess. Leave it on the bed when you leave. Leave it on the counter when you leave. But when you go to these ports, I made the mistake. We had cash, but I think we left it on the ship. First time cruiser, rookie thing to do. But we left our money, so I had to use the ATM. And with that ATM charged me, I think, a total of $12.
Damn!
just to get money out, because first it was like an $8 fee, and then it was like a conversion fee to get the money out in their money. Oh my God, never do it again. We did that. I did it for you so you don't have to do it. Bring your own money. You don't have to get their currency, but you can. I mean, it's completely up to you how you want to do it. We did do that in Jamaica. We did get their currency, but we also had our American dollars as well. And then again in Jamaica, we had to get more money. And Jamaica has these, I guess they're like walking banks. So there's people walking on the street. They have money, so you can exchange your $20 bill for a Jamaican. And you don't have to go to a place to do it. We wouldn't have known that if we weren't with Michael, but we were with him, so he lives there, he knows it. So he found one on the streets like, hey, we need to exchange some money, and we just made the swap right there. Tip number 5 would be to plan ahead. On Carnival Horizon, we did plan ahead a little bit. We didn't know what we were gonna do in Cayman Island. We knew we were gonna meet Michael in Jamaica. We didn't know we didn't know what we were gonna do in Cozumel, but it didn't work out. So I would definitely, if you have a planner within the group that you're going with, within your family, have someone, jot down things that you want to do. If you have excursions, then you're good. But I would definitely plan ahead and do some research, especially if you have never been on a cruise, just to get the feel of things. Watch a lot of YouTube videos, because that's what we do. Yeah, we messed up in some areas even after watching the YouTube videos, but had we not watched them, we would have been clueless about a lot of things. And it's not our first time going out of the country. We've always gone to all-inclusives in Jamaica, so we knew what to expect. You do have people in all ports pushing you to buy things from them, but you really got to be firm with them and say no and keep walking. It's literally that simple. Don't stress about it. I'm like, oh my God, they were so pushy, but you got to give them what they give you. No, I'm good, and keep it moving and go on about your day and enjoy your trip. Don't let that spoil your trip because these people over here, I mean, that's the way that they make money. That's the way that they live. They depend on tourism, just like Bahamas. They have their independency, so the way that they eat and provide is tourism. So if it was that way in America, you would be the same way. You would understand it. But at the same time, if you don't want to buy anything, it happened to us in Jamaica. There was a guy, he put a bracelet on my kids' arms and he said they could have it. So we started walking off, and then he wanted money. And Michael got on him. Like, nope, you ain't getting it back. You really got to give them what they give you, especially if they're rude about it. A person that is, sane and respectful, they'll be like, they'll take that no, but sometimes you just got to be firm. Nope, and keep it going. But that's it. I'm going to give you probably a few tips about what to bring with you. Good packing essentials as well. I feel like will be perfect for first-time cruisers. So stay tuned. Okay, so a few things that we took with us that I thought were really definitely came in handy were the magnets. The magnets to go on the walls. Like, we had a lot of the neck fans, we had our lanyards, and I think on Carnival Horizon there was only 2 metal things to hang your things on outside of the bathroom. So it's 4 of us. So those came in handy because instead of cluttering up the table, which you will probably need to put like the stuff that you need to charge up on, you can use the metal hangers and put them on the wall. So those were a big addition for us. You don't need to bring a beach towel. Carnival has plenty. You can check one in, check one out with your card. Your cell card is used for everything. You can use your cell card in the casino. You can use it to wash clothes. Carnival Horizon had, on certain floors, they have washing machines and dryers. So we would just go in there, throw our dirty clothes in there, wash them, tap our card. It tells you how much it's going to charge. They have detergent in there that you can buy. So that's how we washed our clothes. If you want to do that, but you really don't have to. So my overall thought of the ship, it was amazing. We would definitely be getting back on the Carnival Horizon. If you have any questions, drop a comment. We will answer them if we can. I definitely will find the answer. And y'all stay amazing and come catch a vibe with us on the Lewis Vibes channel. Subscribe, share with your family and friends, send this to somebody that you think is looking to go on Carnival Horizon and wants an in-depth or honest review. I am not reading from a script. This is all coming from the top of my head. I may have missed some points, but I think I've shared with you what I think is important. Food for one, if the drink package is needed, ports, the activities. But I highly recommend anybody looking to go on the Carnival Horizon to actually give it a try, because I think it's one of my favorite ships so far. Let us know if you have any questions. You can also reach us at theLewisVibes@gmail.com. If you're looking to book a cruise, you can hit me up as well at theLewisVibes@gmail.com. Or you can drop a comment in the comment down below, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Deidre from the Carnival. Okay, so first I want to talk about my first impressions, or our first impressions. Josh, Mr. Lewis from the Lewis Vibes, is not here right now. So anyway.
Mr. Lewis from the Lewis Vibes is not here right now. You ain't even got.
But yes, it's free. I feel so stupid saying that now because it's free. But to the not accommodations, what am I trying to say? Tip number, what am I on?
21.